Just gonna make sure everybody's ready, and we will start us off. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, our first medallion, Bombos coin.
Looks like all three of our players today are starting off at Link's house. Andy and Asdor are deciding to go through to the tree pole here. We'll see what prize pack they get from the tier 1. And Ivan has elected to just simply get that Bombos in Link's house and has gone to Sank and will be going on his way to Kakariko now.
Yeah, it's kind of a popular run. If you are thinking ahead, you might be planning to go through and do a Houlihan, get some extra rupees early on. You never know what kind of schemes and tricks people are going to use with crowd control. Take away some rupees, give some rupees. We might see what comes up.
That's actually a very good point, because the normal meta need not imply with this, with the crowd being so empowered into kind of how the game flow works. So, of course, with the exchange of your crowd control coins, you can either be as nice or as evil as you want to our players tonight.
Yeah.
All for a good cause, too.
Outside of what kind of randomization can come up with the seed, this is definitely something that is all about chat. Every troll that chat ever wants, you guys can make this happen. So obviously you can't pay to make it a ped seed, but you can still give the runners a little bit of hell. So make sure also you can't instantly click the button and have it happen immediately. So if you want to plan something ahead, like killing somebody on a boss, you'll want to do that maybe right at the beginning of the room or just before they go into the boss room or something like that. So you have to kind of prepare and do your actions a little bit early so that it gives time for things to kick in. We're getting attacked by a cuckoo farm here. Flying uncle heads.
I was going to say, are we sure those are cuckoos?
Yeah. Thanks, sprite randomization.
Why is there one just chilling there?
That's a good question.
Baby. And he goes down there to the cuckoos, to the uncle heads, whatever they were meant to be. That was great.
That was really great. Our first death. Very well done, chat. Very well done.
Let me know, commentators, when we have a second. I have some very important donations.
Yeah, I think right now, just as we're doing some early checks and kind of moving around, this is probably a good time.
Okay. So to start off, we have $120 from Tetrally that says, Zelda's elusiveness is the Trevor Project's game. Thank you for that amazing $120 donation. But we also have $250 from Emo Saru that says, I was supposed to be in this crowd control race, but an unexpected injury sadly forced me to drop out. Please use your bits to absolutely destroy my friends for a great cause. If you specifically wanted to destroy me, because I'm sure I deserve it, you should know that Ivan is currently playing the role of Emu Saru in this production and treat him accordingly. Thank you so much for that extremely generous donation, Emo.
Yeah, and it looks like Ivan, now on the top right, found his power glove there inside of Blind's hut. So that's a definite great item to find. And with his last bomb, he'll open the back of the Kakariko well. Ooh, picking up another 3 set, so he's good. And we do see Asdor's having just a little bit of a hiccup and should be back online shortly, and we'll have that back up to see where he's at. And chicken hut for us today. Big 20. All right, so we see a couple people on Ivan's screen here, taking away bombs, giving bombs back. It's going to be a constant struggle here.
I noticed that, and he just was able to use that bomb before his last one was removed, so that's pretty good. And we have just a piece of heart here at the tavern, and hey, Azur's back.
All right. All right, and we've got another chicken attack that's going to be heading towards Ivan here, it looks like. Ah, just transition. Here they come.
Now, does it attack him in rooms?
Pretty sure it does. Oh, maybe not.
Wait, did he just get rid of it by going in a room?
Cheating.
Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Nice. And we did see that Andy did a map check, and I'm pretty sure that I saw Desert and Eastern were both crystals, but I missed what Tower of Hera was.
Hopefully it's crystal. I always like the full crystal complement to kind of go against the vanilla of pendants in the light world, so it was always kind of neat. And they're faster dungeons as well.
Right. And we got the book in Dam, so we've at least got access into Desert Palace to see whether or not that turns out to be boots locked, or whether or not we'll be able to find a fire source there to finish it up as well. Oh, bow in the back of his skate.
That's nice. So just to call attention to Andy's side of the screen right now, he actually has the Kuko attack activated, and he's also in one-hit KO mode. So if he gets hit by one of those flying uncle heads currently, or any other enemy in the screen, just like that, and he will certainly perish.
Yeah, probably another 10 seconds left on that Kuko attack.
And on Azur's side, we see viewers continuously removing and adding one bomb from Azur's count. So he's currently has 0 bombs, and he is at Agina's cave. And there it is. There's the one bomb you need.
I do know that Andy is no stranger to crowd control. I'm not quite sure about Ivan, and this is Azur's first time in the crowd control experience. So we'll have to see once we get inverted controls, inverted D-pad, and everything, how it all plays out for Azur, especially since I know this isn't something he's done before.
Yeah, ice physics. Oh, yeah, no, he's getting, there we go. We got a Kuko attack. We actually got 2, it looks like.
Well, the item on the left is one that was recently purchased, and then the item on the right shows the time remaining on the actual effect. So you can see the little green bar going around the chicken icon.
That's pretty neat.
All right, and Ivan giving us a little bit of new information in Eastern as Azur's about to find out about those boots locked locations that could possibly be here in Desert Palace. With ice physics.
You know what? He's wisely deciding not to risk fate and go for the cannonball alley. He's just going to go with the left side here.
Yeah, we got double inverted D-pad and ice physics going on for Ivan there, so that's definitely even more tricky. And we do have boots locked Desert Palace with the small key on the torch and the compass in the center chest. Andy over here with his shovel in hand trying to dig up some bombs. Oh, there we go. Nice gift from Percy. But he's not going to be able to kill the mold worms in there without more than one bomb. Oh, there's some arrows, but he doesn't have his bow yet. Oh, what a lucky drop. Oh, and Esther with buttons
That
and
was great.
D-pad.
He was probably like, why can't I map properly? That was actually perfect timing because he was just on the map and he was like, wait, what?
No, he was trying to go up and ended up pressing X or something instead, which
Yep.
opened up the map, and then you know how it is. There's our first
Yep.
sword in Mini Moldor.
And Azure just patiently waiting for some assistance for a bomb here, but it looks like he's going to kind of go outside and see if he can dig up some or find some off enemies.
He doesn't have a weapon yet,
Oh,
so
that's
he
right.
can't kill anything. But he's got 5 bombs. Oh no, now he's down to 1. Hurry! Ah, he made it. All right, taking a peek here at Ice Broad Cave as Ivan's navigating the dark rooms here in Eastern. Ooh. That's out of logic though, so we do have to keep that in mind. The Eastern Palace big key chest holding the hookshot.
That's a great find for him.
Yeah, and it looks like he's still gonna go press through the dark rooms remaining here and finish up with Eastern. And of course, these guys are seasoned runners, so they are aware of the consequences of what can happen when they go through some of these sequence break runes, getting out of logic or anything like that. But they do know their way through the dark rooms, and we'll probably see quite a few of these sequence breaks occur.
Absolutely, but I think with the hookshot found there, that's going to be a very tempting one to not press forward with. They do certainly have other options available, as Andy is exploring escape as one of them. But that East Death Mountain, though, it's a lot of items up.
Right, and could potentially have the lamp here in escape for Andy to put it all in logic for us, but could also be boots to desert or a mirror for Eastern with lamp up to Hera.
Certainly can. Could also be the flute as well.
Ivan's out of arrows. Nice play by Jake RG.
That's good. Aw, and rip.
Oh, fairy in a bottle saves Ivan from Emo Sario's evil instant death.
Ivan does have a play here. He just has to realize it. He does have a blue boomerang. All I'm going to see is 48 hits, guys. Come on, you know, there it is. I was going to say dig deep.
If you can survive through anything that the chat puts you through, a couple more deaths. Oh, we got some arrows, up to 19 arrows. He's got this now if he decides he wants to switch back.
I don't think he either doesn't see it or he just is too in tune to that boomerang right now. There we go.
Oh, goodbye. There we go.
That's good.
All for a little bit of love. Azure picking up his hookshot, saves and quit. Not even going to bother Oh yeah, that's right. He hasn't been to the back of Escape yet. And Andy, going full dark here in the escape sequence, gets 3 pack of bombs in the dark crossroom. And Ivan once again with the angry chicken attack.
Kind of begs the question, where's Hyrule storing all these Kukos? I mean, I've only seen about 8 or 10 of them in the game throughout all my playthroughs.
Live in a giant like flock in the rest of the forest that we don't have access to.
I suppose that's a fair answer.
Oh, run away from your uncle's flying heads.
I mean, like, why the uncle heads, though? It's so good, though.
Oh, I just noticed now that Ivan is inside of Moldorm Cave, the angry Kuko attack is actually paused. The timer is not progressing, so while you're inside of a cave or a building, the effect doesn't run out. So when you come back outside, you'll still have that remaining 20 seconds left of angry Kukos to deal with.
That's actually really clever design, I would say.
I agree. All right, Asger going to be picking up his bow from the back of Escape here. Curious to see whether or not he'll go straight back to Eastern, knowing that there is one more item remaining on the Armos Knights. And I don't think we've seen anybody do the actual dig spot, so there could be progression there as far as the lamp or flute that could get us our Death Mountain access.
Oh, looks like Azur's saying, I don't want to check that shovel. I'm just going to go up to that Death Mountain play now.
I'm gonna guess Ivan's probably right behind him, making that same play. Some cash in Palace of Darkness. Great. Very helpful hint.
Uh-oh, Ivan. Ivan's having some difficulties. His D-pad and buttons were just inverted there.
Hopefully it makes it through the dark rooms here without any problem with that. As you're making it through, Old Man in tow to pick up another piece of heart. All right, 2 items coming up here. Spectacle Rock on the top. We'll be able to take a peek at that item. Big 20. And the second... What was that? Was that the flute?
It was blue. I didn't really see what it was. It's a good blue because Aster is going right for it.
Yeah, I think it was the flute.
So if that's the flute, that means that the lamp is probably at the dig spot because that's the last.
Flippers.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's another good blue item.
A map and unique item. Fire locked in Misery Mire. There's always some speculation about what that quote unique item could be, since there are a couple garbage unique items, such as the single arrow. Yes, I said it was garbage.
Why? It's a single arrow.
I
Everyone
guess
wants
in a
one.
pinch, yeah. If you're out of arrows because chat takes them all away, one arrow would do you better than no arrow. But
I almost want to guarantee that that single arrow will prove to be very tactical in this kind of environment.
you're probably right. All right, taking our look at the first two items here in Paradox Cave. $10. Ooh, Moon Pearl though. Still locked behind our lantern or flute. Well, definitely behind lantern because Hookshot's still in Eastern there. I'm gonna require that lantern.
So we're almost there for our Dark World access. We're going to require Titan Mitts, Hammer, or if it's... that Tektite really needs to chill out. A lamp and either Second Sword or and Cape for the Agnum access into Dark World. You saw that Tektite, right? That
The red Tektites are
doing
always a little crazy.
Yeah, that was quite the jig he just put on. It's like he
All
knew
right.
it was a marathon setting. He's like, I gotta show my moves.
Yeah, it's time to show off. Dig Spot was just the ether coin, but we do have 2 of our 3 medallions, so pretty interesting to see what we'll need, whether or not Misery Mire and Turtle Rock are going to both be crystals, could be a pendant.
Hey, it's another bottle inside the spiral cave there.
So what do we have left? Everything behind Flippers is technically locked behind Lantern and or Flute for Flippers at least, but Moon Pearl is definitely still locked behind Lantern. And Azure with a Kuko attack coming at him as he's swimming around. Scary.
Though these dodges though, that was some good swimming right there. Oh wait, what?
Too many sprites loaded on the screen.
I think so, yeah.
Oh boy.
The Kuko's just up and kidnapped the hobo. Where did he go? He's still gone. Yep, now he's gonna be in the triangle.
15 seconds for that.
And he's
Kuko
got
attack
arrows
to
coming
proceed.
at him too. This is so good.
1 heart left. Ooh, dodge.
Yo, this is like the Link Between Worlds game. Everyone knows that one, that they played it, and in the early game in Cat Creek, you can play that chicken
half a
dodging
heart.
game. He's just getting all his experience from that.
Isn't this the Link Between Worlds sprite?
No!
Oh no!
I believe it is, yes. I was waiting for the pause buffer to come out, but that's fine. He still has a fairy. He's fine. And he grabs one. Look at that. He's like, you can't harm me. I'm immortal.
All right, the attack is over, but he just needs to do screen transition to actually get the chickens to fade, and then he should be able to get
I
to the
don't
hobo.
think he knows that.
He's probably gonna be so angry.
There's the arrow again. I love that.
Oh no. It's just oh boy.
Yeah, welcome to Chicken Hack. There's no escaping it. All right, Andy, meanwhile, about to get his Moon Pearl here in East FM as well. Asder, please. Just screen transition on accident. Just do it. Oh, wait. Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
Okay. There. We did it.
That was great.
All right, all that work and chicken dodging for $5.
That's too good.
All right, so I'm still curious where this progression is going to be. We've seen the dig spot. We've seen Maze Game. We know that Desert Palace is boots locked. We only have the one sword. I don't know what else could be in Logic currently.
Pretty much nothing.
Oh, we do have Croy Baker in chat pointing out that we do have Zora because we do have those mitts. And there's a hammer at Waterfall. So Asger with the Dark World access already. Ice visits in Zora. Let's make it happen.
Oh, baby, that'd be great. One hit camo too with all those bullets. So I take it. Oh, he doesn't have money.
Yep.
So yeah, the hookshot was lamp lock, was it not?
Yes, it was in the big key chest in Eastern. So yeah, everything's locked there behind Zora because the hookshot leading up to Flippers and Moon Pearl, that is all going to be locked behind wherever our light source is. Andy and Ivan both on the mindset that they gotta go to Zora. And we'll see that lamp come up soon.
Would this be an okay time for a donation?
Yeah.
We have $10 from Jake that says, "You better believe I just woke up at 3 a.m. after 2 hours of sleep to see my boy Andy suffer. Bark Park."
Nice.
Thank you for that donation.
Love that phrase. All right, so Andy and Ivan essentially mimicking their own plays, going to check out Agina's cave after the scouts on the desert ledge and after the farm of the rupees. So I believe they're gonna both pop into the desert right now and see the bad news about the bootlog situation.
We did see Asger go through and open up Hype Cave. Nothing there that was super of worth to really mention. He's gonna check Sick Kid and then probably pop into Village of Outcasts.
All right, I want to see one of the runners steal the key here. So we know the small key is on the desert torch, but there's actually a play available where if they go to the mid back point of desert leading to Lambo, they can actually steal the small key there and take them into that previously locked in right side. Now they still need the boots to complete the dungeon, but that is a play available to them if they want to get aggressive with maybe trying to find out what's inside the dungeon.
Yeah. And so long as there isn't any progression or anything on Land Mollusk, you can always put off Desert Palace until like one of your last crystals before heading up to Ganon's Tower. We do see green pendant, Swamp Palace, blue pendant, Skullwoods, red crystal at Misery Mire.
All right, and it looks like Andy is going to make that play as well. I've been electing to S&Q there. I like it.
Chest game today just giving us 6 rupees. Ivan doing a little dig for some more rupees on his way to Zora.
8 rupee shy.
No, he's 8. 492 rupees currently.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you said A, like single.
No. 8 rupees.
Like, wait.
8 rupees.
Hold on.
There we go. He's at 506 right now. We had some rupees added.
All right, the first item from this stolen key in Desert Palace is a big 20. And the big key, so we'll give one more check here. Oh, Asger taking a death there in Thieves Town. At least he was inside of the dungeon. That was not a crowd control exchange of coins for death there. That was just, I think he got bumped by a Zazak beam. Ooh, but he did get the Master Sword.
Very timely addition to his arsenal there. All right, what's in this big chest? Just $5.
Well, we did see both items in desert, so that was a good play so that you know that there isn't any progression behind the boots there for now. Obviously, the crystal being still required, but... I've been picking up that hammer.
Oh, it's a shame. Ivan's short rupees again.
Oh, got some rupees from chat and picked up a $5, so we're going to be carrying on. Now would be the time to start taking the rupees if you want to see him farm some more.
It's just like a never-ending chain of tug of rope between chat. Oh my! And there it is. And he's like,
oh, and he
nope,
just
not doing
quits.
it.
Oh man.
He's like, nah, I'm not having any of this.
We'll see if Andy has some better luck. He's at 676, so if chat wants to start deducting the rupees there, you got a little ways to go. He's got a little bit of a lead on you, but there is a little bit of time. You can still get that below. And we do see the final pendant at Turtle Rock.
he's at 576. I was gonna say I have full confidence in chat that they will do the right thing and we will go over 3 in Zora today.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that Andy is probably keeping a really close eye on that rupee count, just waiting, just watching.
He is gonna pump like he's never pumped harder before on his D-pad right now.
Exactly.
All right, is he gonna make it?
569. Almost. He's got it. And
there's the lamp.
And logic has fixed itself. So we are back online. We know where we are currently with the logic. And Dark World access is a go. Oh, there's that 300 rupees for you, Ivan. Let's go back to Zora now.
How bad do you want that lamp?
I mean, it could be boots. It could be flute. No, I guess it would have to be. It could be boots, yeah. Because there could be stuff in Bonkrax and behind Desert that he knows of.
I think that's why Andy actually chased the key steal scenario, because he wasn't sure what could be at Zora, and there was still that possibility.
Yeah.
All right, we see a whole lot of information on that Dark World map, by the way.
Yes, both Asdrin and Ivan have checked that out. So we do know that flippers are still required logically for our Ice Palace. So even though we know the Lake Hylia item and Old Man Under the Bridge were not progression, still gonna need that flippers. We should also get a ped check possibly soon. Because what could be there? Early book, you never know. Like flute. Flute could be on pedestal.
Yep, boots could be there. A medallion that is not shared by Meyer and Turtle Rock can be there as well. Both rods cannot be there, of course, because TR is a pendant. And as the Red King cannot be there as well.
Alright, our final dig game. The shovel will be put to rest, unless, of course, you guys want to steal arrows and bombs so that everybody has to dig. And just a little bit of love. So we've got everything we need to finish up pod currently. That's probably where we'll see some of the runners heading next, I would assume.
Very safe bet for that. In logic play, have all the equipment to finish it. They could option to Pyramid and Quakefish, the Grumpy Fish, however you want to name them, up in the northwest corner there of Lower Hyrule, but I agree. I think Pod will be the next play here.
Yeah. And there is a rupee requirement to enter pod, so if anybody wants to get a little frisky with the remove rupee button again. Oh, and some cuckoos. This could be a little more difficult going through this little maze here in the bushes because it's harder to dodge the chickens when you can't move all of the directions you want to. And with Kiki, if you get hit by the cuckoos, does he go away?
Yes.
Whoa, nice dodges there.
There's the pause buffer. I love that. That's so good.
And he makes it all the way there.
Well done by Andy there. All right, Asder on the bottom left corner here is going to be picking up his lamp now from Zora.
Alright, so pod is not bow locked, which is good since we already have the bow, but we'll have to see. Do we go directly right with no mirror or we head down the middle?
Looks like he's just going down the middle.
And Azur's gonna go finish up Eastern while he's here.
That was a nice season play, actually, to not chase Armos Knights directly after getting that bow and just saving it for good timing like this.
Yeah. No useful hint there in Thieves Town.
We have one coming up here in Pod.
Some cash in the Lost Woods.
Now, could that Lostwood hint translate to pedestal as well, since that's technically in the Lost?
No, I don't believe so, because it would say something like, this item requires 3 pendants, I believe is the pedestal hint.
Ah.
Ooh, Fire Rod on the right side of Pod. Definitely gonna need that for Turtle Rock and Skull Woods if we do have something on pedestal. Azure with a very good Armos there. And I'm guessing that Ivan took a look at his inventory and saw that he's still got a couple dungeon items available, and that's why he's keeping the Thieves Town big chest.
All right, and Andy looks like he's going to scoop up as many rupees as he can in the dark rupee room here.
Ice physics on blind.
Oh, wow.
And he uses a potion. One more hit. There we go.
Well
Nicely
done.
done by Ivan. Nicely done by Ivan.
Wow. Asdru would be proud.
And he has the green potion out in his selection. Guess he was just checking to make sure he didn't have a fairy. As he's taking an intentional death here.
That's a good call out there, because the chat does have the ability to grant Andy fairies and bottles. So if he did have some empty ones, then yeah, that would be the case, and that would kind of deter against his death. Again, another troll possibility is that you guys give them fairies during their death warps.
Yeah, you can instantly grant a fairy, or you can put a fairy in a bottle. Either option is available. And that was our first item in Skullwoods as a big 20. And 2 small keys in the front as well. Oh, goodbye, Andy. You almost made it to Elmasar King.
Not quite there though.
So since he started the Igor statue activation, but it didn't actually finish, will he still have to wait for that to complete again?
That's a very good question, actually, because I don't think I've ever seen someone die there. I'm gonna assume no, but we'll find out. Yeah, in fact, I don't think there's any way you can die there in like vanilla. So, yeah,
Right,
you know
because
what?
you're
We're gonna find out in
froze
just a sec.
as it does that.
All right, there's
Oh.
our answer.
Nice.
Could you imagine if the wall was just stuck?
I'd shoot the statue again. Maybe it'll go.
It's just out of order.
Yeah, the elevator is stuck. So Azure's going to be coming up here to his back of pod. We could gift him some fairies, as I assume he'll likely also want to death warp from the dark maze. Or bees.
Or bees. So, interesting of a note, I don't think any of our runners have done this yet, but Ivan's going to check out Quakefish right now.
Yeah, I don't think that we've seen Pyramid Ledge or the Grumpy Quakefish yet. Could possibly be Vanilla Quake as well.
It's always the best when you find it there.
Not today.
Hey, Ivan, here's 5 rupees. Go get your lamp.
All right, and the ice physics on Helmsar King have finished for Andy. I barely even noticed that he had them. All right, if you guys haven't sent a fairy to Azure, now is the time. Or was the time. No fairy.
That's fine. I'm sure there's going to be more opportunities.
Oh, was that Titan's Mitts?
That's Titan Mitts. Andy's about to pick him up as well. So Titan Mitts more or less open up predominantly the remainder of the game, minus a couple of dungeon entries. Darkwold Death Mountain now becomes a play. Ice Palace now becomes a play. If they had the flute, Mire would become a play now as well, but they're still missing that little ocarina there. So
yep, quite a few overworld things with Smith's Chain.
Yep. So now they just gotta basically pick their poison, right? Because there's it's basically an A, B, and C. With the Thieves Town kind of route already been done. I don't think Andy has dipped in the skull yet. And Thieves Town, of course, because he does not have that crystal, so he has that option available to him now as well.
Yeah, I do recall him being in Village of Outcasts, but I think he went just through the south route. He did dig game, I know for sure, and then probably went directly over to Pod after Hype Cave and everything, but not actually into Thieves Town yet. He does still have his fighter sword, so he hasn't even done the first 4 chests.
He doesn't even want it. Unbelievable. He could
How
need those 5
ungrateful.
rupees.
Exactly.
Here we have the Quakefish just getting into the spirit, giving him rupees. Unfortunate. All right, but yeah, Andy's Andy's doing the play. I call it the play when you get Titan Mitts, and that's just immediately go to Dark World Death Mountain. Really solid 6 items immediately. You get the Scout of Turtle Rock to see what medallion it is. Of course, no red cane, and in Andy and Ivan's case, no boots, so they won't be able to hover TR. But
Right.
even for the Scout, but yeah, no, it's I like it.
All right, Asger finishes up with Palace of Darkness, getting his 3rd crystal. And Andy's going to head straight over to Hera before doing the Dark Death Mountain, which makes sense. Without Mirror, you're not going to be able to go back and forth between the two. So if you finish up with Hera first, then head over and check out Death Mountain from the Dark World, and you can kind of full clear that whole area. 3 bombs on Ether. A map requires the hammer. That's that. Oh, wow. Would you call that the Andy vision, Solsky?
Please. But yeah, that's a mirror.
That's some definitely a really good thing to find, especially on Death Mountain. You'll be able to do all of Dark Death Mountain. If I can't remember, was the floating island item anything?
I don't personally recall, actually. I'm just gonna say nah.
Yeah. But that does also give us Swap Palace access, Ice Palace fully in Logic now, as well as a couple things like Graveyard Ledge, which we know is just a couple, some cash, the Cave South of the Grove, and easier access to the Smith's Chain and completing that out fully.
It really does speed up that Smith's Chain for sure. And in Andy's advantage right now is that he hasn't gone through the West Dark World loop. So he's just going to get rewarded with Titans and Mirror in tow now for that. So if there's anything there, he's probably going to get the first taste of it.
All right, and Ivan heading through Pod now, made his way through the dark basement and heading over to the dark maze.
So I don't know if you caught that hint, but it kind of more or less guided us where that flute was.
Where's that flute at?
Turtle Rock.
Ooh, all right.
So I guess with the flute's appearance known now, we're still looking for the boots and for the red cane and maybe the quick medallion, depending on either Meyer or Total Rock acquiring them.
Very nice boulder run by Andy. Having hammer makes that very, very quick. 3 hits to the tail and you are done. All right, and Ivan's setting up a death warp, not realizing that I've already sent him a fairy in a bottle, and I'm about to send him another one.
Going back in. He hasn't caught on either because he is not menued to the bottle yet.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he sees the little pop-ups of people getting items for him or anything. So I'm curious to see if he starts standing in this fire. Oh, but he killed the Kodango. Oh, and save and quit. So I don't think he was trying to do that, but he might have been.
Would you mind if I hopped in here with a couple donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
So to start, we have $25 from Jolene. Thank you so much for your donation, Jolene. And we have $50 from M-0 that says, love to all. Love to you, M-0. And with those donations, I would like to remind people that we are only $45 away from hitting that 13K mark.
Yo, let's go. Jolene, Jolene. And Hookshot Cave not having anything cool today. Right, and Andy using that mirror, just a 5 rupee on the floating island, and bombos for Turtle Rock.
So that's good. They have access to it with all the gear they have. They just cannot go any further in rather than in the front entrance without that right. And Ivan now picking up his lantern at
Finally.
Zora.
And Andy heading back toward Village of Outcasts. I'm going to also be able to grab Cave south of the Grove here on his way up. Be able to check and see what's behind Mirror. Ivan, however, heading straight to Ice Palace.
And Azure over here, without the Titan Mitts, is going to go into Swamp Palace. Not surprising, considering he's missing the Titan Mitts. It's more or less one of his only options right now.
And we did finally see a hint in Ice Palace letting us know that the Grumpy Fish holds some cash. So there are 5 rupee hint for Quick Fish. So quite a bit of divergence here from all 3 runners. Going to be showing us some new information, 2 different dungeons, and some overworld checks. First chest is Big Key in Ice Palace. That's nice to find. And we are coming up to the spiky scary room in Ice Palace. A unique item is in Ice Palace, as we find out as well. This could be a good time to invert some controls for Ivan. And he's not going for the bomb. Oh, there we go. I was thinking the switch had to be different. And his final bomb, so if he doesn't get this... Nice, he made it.
That was definitely clutch.
5 rupees from the purple chest.
It was good to see Andy aggressively attack the Titan Midlocks stuff in Village of Outcast first, just to see if he can get himself further to an advantage. But he's conceded now. Yeah, there wasn't really too much there, so he's going to go on ahead and finish up the remainder down here.
So far, Ice Palace just holding a bunch of rupees, and Asger making the play straight to the back of Swamp Palace, hoping that the left side is going to be just the dungeon items.
So at this point, I would say it's safe to assume our next item that we're going to see is either going to be boots or red cane.
There's the big key for Asger and the compass. So we've got potentially an item in the big chest or 2 items on the left side. It's also something to note that Asger picked up both of those pots under that blue berry and then used the hook shot to pick up the hearts, because there is a chance that when you use the hook shot to pick up the little hearts from the ground that it will actually grant you 2 heart refills instead of just a single refill. So he was able to fill up all his health with that.
Could I pop in here with some important news?
Yes, you may.
We have some donations, and I would like to announce that with them, we have officially broken 13K raised for the Trevor Project. We hit that 13K Pride Yay point. We have $10 from Julian.
GG.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Tess. And we also have $45 from Meg McAttack that says 13K. Let's get to 14.
Yep. There's no stopping. Let's go.
Azur's got to be a little careful here. He's on 1 heart left for Argus.
Yeah, fortunately, he's very predictable to know where he's. Never mind. Gonna be moving, I was gonna say, but I was a little too close on that one. Andy also taking a death.
Yeah, it looked like Azur was setting up for some NMG strats with the Master Sword, so it's not the same damage spec, but it is faster kill to do it that way. It just looked like he was having a little bit of this issue with his timing, but he'll come back from it, no problem.
Yep, and we did find the boots in Ice Palace in the big key chest.
That's an important find. We do know that's required, and that could also be unlocking further items in King's Tomb and or Punk Rock. All right, so we got the boots. We really just need that red cane now to unlock the flute in Turtle Rock. We know that the flute is there from a hint that was discovered in Hera.
All right. Ivan has a fairy in a bottle left over from me, so
he probably doesn't even know he has. He doesn't even know he has.
Still makes it through.
Now he sees it. All right, Azur's going to go ahead and check out this left side in Swamp, see what he can find. I don't believe he's found anything yet of use.
Yeah, Swamp Palace has been pretty empty. Could be here in the final 2 left items. 20 rupees.
Ah, there's the right cane.
All right, Ice Palace and Swamp Palace with the value tonight. Both red items.
So that potentially could be go mode now. Azur in his point needs to find those tight mitts in Pyramid. He should round out to that pretty soon. He doesn't have very much left to do. And then he just essentially needs to go to TR. That's about it. Oh yeah,
Yep.
and the boots
Ice
on
Palace
ice,
for the
of course.
boots. Yep.
Yep.
But he'll end up there anyways because it is a crystal. Just hopefully he doesn't try to go mode it. But we're still looking for the boots for him. And Ivan's heading back to Desert Palace. He'll be able to finish that up quite quickly. I mean, Dark Palace pod. Sorry, my bad.
Also think like there's a pun disguised in there too with him having the boots now, doing it quite quickly.
That's true. So, are we hoping that Flute's going to be early in Turtle Rock, or do we want to see it like Laser Bridge?
That's always where the value seems to be, isn't it? It's always that pesky laser bridge.
All right, we're going to get a peek at Bumper Ledge. We haven't seen the Magic Cape yet, but it is just some rupees, so we're good to skip out on that this evening. All right, Azure in a much better spot now with full health. He'll be able to go through and do exactly that.
There it is.
And the final item in Swamp Palace being the 10 arrows and a reward of the green pendant. One more item behind that.
So that was very impressive from Azure. That's actually the triple setup. Incurs with 3 fire rod shots into the spin. It's a very, very tight timing, so that was quite impressive to be pulled off. Well done. You don't really see it that often, actually, too. So that's why I was quite happy with it. It's good.
All right, Andy's heading over to Skull Woods now. Fire rod in hand, he will be able to clear this out. It is a pendant, so I'm not sure if he'll be doing that. However, he does have the book and could check pedestal. The only thing that I really think that could be there anymore would be Quake for potential Misery Mire access.
Yep, or fetch quest leading to it. That's correct.
Yep. Sasha with a 20 rupees. And here comes a check.
You know, the viewer in me wants to see a sword.
Yeah, let's get vanilla. Just couch cash. All right, and with that, Andy does simply save and quit and pieces out from the Skullwoods area, knowing that he's got both of the items in the dungeon there. He will not progress further to Mothula, but it does look like he's making the Ice Palace play, so he'll be picking up those boots as well. We all know how Andy feels about boots.
Probably a lot of runners' favorite item is the boots, so I would not be surprised.
I sometimes forget that I have them, so I'm pretty bad in that aspect.
That's okay. Just you just love going fast in this game. Having boots in this game is just it's night and day, really. Like when you're doing a lot of seeds where you just kind of walk around and then have boots, the difference is night and day.
Right, so it does look like Azure finished up with Swamp Palace and went up and got his Titan's Mitt, so he's on his way to Dark Death Mountain. He has his mirror, so he'll be able to kind of go through and do this quite quickly since he's finished up with Death Mountain and the Light World as well as Death Mountain. He does have that cane from Swamp Palace, but no Ice Rod. He did get the hint about the flute from Tower of Hera, though, so he might just dip in real quick, see how far he can get, and find that flute.
The flute could, of course, be on Trinax.
Yes, it could.
Just the extra layer, but I feel like we would have maybe seen it by now, so it's possible that it could also be in TR as well for the Ice Rod, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
Right, and Ivan heading back to the second half of Desert Palace will be finishing up with Landless. Obviously, first runner with boots, he'll be the first one back here, and we do have all of the items from Desert. We haven't seen Spike Cave yet, right?
No, we have not.
Yes, I would like to take a moment to remind everyone, since we may have some new people in here, that we are using an extension called Crowd Control. On the left side of the stream, you may see a little wrench with a coin. You are able to exchange your bits for Crowd Control coins, which you can then use to affect the runner's games. And all of it goes straight to the charity.
First check coming up here in Turtle Rock as Ivan completes Lammelus in Desert Palace. Big key. And a hint in Turtle Rock to let Azure know that the boots are in Ice Palace. And he should be finding those soon as he's going to the right side of Ice Palace, picking those up.
So Azure essentially is in go mode again, unless quick is required for Meyer. But as we get further along the game, that becomes more and more. What should I say here? Not probable. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right, still no flute as Ivan is popping into Spike Cave. Gonna use that fairy of mine, finally. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think he's gonna make it this time. Oh no.
That was perfect. Oh!
I saved it.
You know, it's only fair because you kind of messed with his death war before, so.
I know. But I didn't send a second one. Is it just constantly filling his bottle with fairies from me now? How fortunate for him. I had to know it was in Spike Cave, and I figured that if he didn't make it, that he wouldn't go back. So I had to know. I'm sorry. All right, Andy, one chest away from the boots as Ashdar finds the map in Turtle Rock, still on the hunt.
Meanwhile, Andy over here picking up his boots in the top left corner. And he's going to do the neat little sword spin clip. Doesn't quite get it entirely, but he pretty much got the gist of it there. I haven't taken a death from the crowd, but he does have a fairy, so it immediately revives him.
Yeah, that should have been the last fairy. I don't remember queuing that many, but that's it as far as the fairy goes. I don't think there's any more coming to see them. Andy putting in the work here with Cold Stare and
with unlimited power, getting that buff magic there. Oh wow!
And there's the flute in the big chest of Turtle Rock, but he's gonna press on. Interesting.
I think he was thinking about it for a second. He's thinking about Quake. That's why he kind of hesitated. Maybe looking for a sword as well, but I doubt it.
Yeah. So heading back towards this, taking a death ward. Saving the portal, as Thalfon is pointing out in chat. That's a good point.
But why would he be saving the portal? Mainly because, like, once he catches in the flute, he's gonna have to activate the flute. Go to Myra and check that pendant, anyways. Medallion requirement. So he's gonna lose the warp in progress.
That's a good point. Though, thankfully to chat, his flute was activated without having to go into town.
Yo,
so
nice.
Lucky him. And for our final information, Ether for Misery Mire. That's officially go mode for Ashdar now that he knows where the boots are in Ice Palace. And he's taking a death. Does that preserve his mirror spot? Or at this point, he probably really doesn't care because he knows that he won't need Quake. But where was Ether?
Oh, that's a good question. It was early. I remember that.
Oh, dig spot. That's right, behind Shovel. Where was Shovel? Because Ashdar doesn't have it.
He doesn't?
No.
Uh-oh.
They're running auto tracker, so He hasn't picked it up because the tracker hasn't marked it on his tracker.
We got a game, folks.
Oh, yeah. So that's not go mode for Azure. He could possibly be thinking that Ether is in desert behind boots, but interesting.
I do remember the shovel being early as well. Just because you made that point that they had the play to use the dig spot.
Is it in the front of Escape? I'm not sure that I saw Azure go there.
It might be actually.
Well, Andy, on the other hand, going into Swamp Palace is going to be picking up that Cane of Samaria if he makes the left side play, and that will get him the Treble Rock access that he needs for Flute and should put him in go mode. We'll see whether or not he makes that left side play until after he already finishes it and finds out that there are 2 items on the left side. Oh, and you guys took all of Azure's bombs. That's so rude.
Got him. That's good.
Is it alright if I pop in here for a second?
Go ahead.
So we have a $10 donation from Same that says, "Thanks for this great marathon. Love the speedrunning community and all the good you guys do. Happy Pride, less than 3." Can we get some less than 3s in the chat for Same? Thank you for that donation. And also, I would like to remind people that all your donations, subs, bits, and crowd control coins are going towards the Trevor Project. And yes, and with speaking of subs, did you know that if you sub to the channel, you can get some redeemable coins for crowd control?
How many is that? 100?
I think it's 100, yeah.
Plus 50 free coins?
Could easily pull with everyone else in here and make one of these runners have a real bad time.
Come on, chat. You can kill Andy and Ivan like 36 times each if you just put your mind to it.
Solsty gave me all of his coins, so I have quite a bit of fundage that I can put towards some fun things. We'll see what comes up when we're in GT. Ooh, and here we go with a sub train. Bed Intruder and Beach on both subbing with their Twitch Prime. And a unique item in Eastern Palace. Yeah. And there's the boots for Azure. Of course, he knew they were here, but still got to finish up Ice Palace.
Yo, and an equally impressive kill there from Andy on the on Argus there.
Whoa! Megmac attack giving 5 tier 1 subs to the gifts of everybody in chat. So thank you so much for Megmac and the gift subs there. So you guys, you just got your gift subs. Make sure you pop into the crowd control app and grab your extra exchange coins and start sending some chaos down the pipe. Andy making that double dip into Swamp House to check out the left side now that he's finished up with Argus, as Ivan is making his first dip in.
With all the hype going on, I would just like to remind everyone that if you type !Yeti in the chat, you can see some very wonderful shirts we have for this event, which will be going bye-bye in a half hour. So make sure to snag those shirts up. They're very nice. And $5 from every shirt is going towards the charity.
That was good. The crowd showing Azure some love there, filling up his full magic just as he's about to finish off the puffs there at Cold. All right, Azure, where are you gonna go next?
He's gonna die again, which means he's not using mirror and he's not saving and quitting. So is he still trying to preserve that mirror? Does that work persist through death? I'm really
Through save and
curious.
continue, it does. Through save and continue, it will, not through save and quit. So that's why he's doing it.
Okay. Oof, and Ivan takes a death. I'm not sure if that was intentional. I'm guessing probably not. All right, Kino Samari in hand. Andy's going to be heading into Turtle Rock looking for that flute. He'll be able to tie in Misery Mire and Desert Palace together, making the routing there really, really efficient. Of course, he still doesn't know what the medallion could be for Misery Mire, but he is in go mode.
It'd be amazing is if Andy happened to take a death there on the Turtle Rock Bridge leading to the big chest.
Outside?
That's probably, yeah. Like that would eat up some time for sure. Just because again, it's gonna take him back to the beginning, back to Light World and everything, because he's on the outside of Dark World.
Now would be a time to start pulling your funds towards that, chat. It's a very good point. Because if he's inside of the dungeon and he dies, it just goes right back to wherever he was last in his entrance inside of the dungeon. So.
And Andy, forgetting to read the instructions on the Samaria platform, just kind of walks straight through it. So that can happen when you place the block as you're walking, and if you time it incorrectly or just unfortunately in this instance, then it'll basically just keep you walking on through, and then the block does not stop you. It's
Aw.
pretty funny.
People killing Asger.
That's fine though. He's got a fairy in a bottle. He's good.
Sure.
Yeah, those fairies are the ultimate defense against a death for sure in this.
So, just on a little bit of information to let the chat know, Andy doesn't have any empty bottles for a fairy, so if you really wanted to pull up for that death outside of Turtle Rock, just before Mimic Cave, that would be the time to do it. Because I may or may not have sent him a couple bees and some bottles. And he's got a green potion, so. Ivan's bottle situation, I think he's got a green potion and 2 empties, but somebody could have sent him a fairy while I was not paying attention, so.
All right, chat. What's it gonna be? You got some time here. He's in Mimic Cave.
Now would be the time to queue it up if you're gonna do it. Are we gonna get it?
Do it.
Oh.
I would laugh. He dies here. Oh no, he's good. So now he has. And now Andy is essentially the first player in go mode now.
Yeah. All right. Asger taking that portal back to Turtle Rock, so he did preserve that mirror spot. Heading back in.
That's a really neat trick, honestly.
Yeah, the only time I've ever used it is when I've had to go buy potions just before try next. But it's also really, really tricky to forget that you can't save and quit, and you have to flute everywhere. And yeah,
Right. I've just never thought of elongating that with like saving continues rather than saving quit. I've always limited to myself to just the I gotta save and quit. I can't preserve it. So it's really clever to keep it that way.
I will say that now that some of these racers have a flute, you can activate that flute for them whenever you want.
Or deactivate it. I'll be the devil on your shoulder and tell you that you can do things in the not so nice way.
And that's why you have the coins.
Exactly.
See, I saw it more of as, oh, this person just got to where they wanted to go. That's too bad.
Ooh, that should be one, alright. Oh no! Oh. So, what kind of big key chase game are we going to have here in Misery Mire? We do know that some cash in a unique item is fire locked, so that should be on the left side of Misery Mire.
All right, and there's the second item.
Yep. So the unique item can't be the big key, right?
I don't believe so. No, that's specific to an item itself. If it was the big key, it would actually list it as the big key and hit.
Oh,
and there it is in the spike room.
Yeah.
But now he can't hover it. Aw. Don't worry, guys. There's always Moldorm.
They just go together like peanut butter and jelly. Andy and a hover.
Oh, that's a death.
Nice pool. That was a good one.
The surprise KO too. That was like right through the door. Like you were not suspecting that at all.
What's he waiting for?
He's
waiting
angry.
For one more?
I'm so proud of you, chat.
He's like, no. All right. Oh well. Although he had an amazing kill room there with the red cane, he's gonna have enough energy for fire rod shots, or just use the sword beams at this point. Yeah, and just another smooth kill room there from Andy. I've been finding his flute, so now he's in go mode. Oh, that's where the shovel was. Oh, Asger, there it is. The uncle was just safeguarding it this whole time.
We'll see if he decides to go full clear of the rest of the front of his gate. Doesn't look like it. He's going straight for that dig spot.
It's like he knows. Well, the good news for Azure is like he just has to go to Mire now. Like he's not terribly far behind.
Yeah.
Ivan's just heading there, and now he's just gonna be heading there now. So it's actually pretty close. Like all three of the runners are more or less on top of each other.
Yep.
Oh, and the solo kill on Andy. Oh. All right, now we're pretty much full even square now. This is amazing. Good work, guys.
Let's keep it up.
I would like to just take a minute while Andy makes the run back for, I think, the second time, that we have some donations. We have $10 from Devil's Advocate that says, a donation for a noble cause. There is no good health without good mental health. Happy Pride. Well, happy Pride to you, Devil's Advocate. Thank you for that donation. We have $30 from Shwoo that says, Comfy Marathon. Thank you as well. And I would like to remind everyone that you have 14 minutes left to get one of those awesome shirts from the Yeti. So make sure to go check those out. They're really great. They look really good. And obviously, part of the proceeds from that goes straight to the charity.
Yo, you guys see that pool for killing Andy again? I think it's just 100 short.
They're probably saving him for GT now.
Past the hanky in chat making a good point, I would like to remind everyone that when you sub to this channel, not only does the sub money go to the charity, but also you get 100 coins you can redeem through crowd control.
Yeah, you guys certainly still have some time to play good chat, bad chat, so exchange for those coins, guys.
I would also like to remind people that you can take heart containers away from people.
Yeah, you could bring somebody down to 3 hearts and leave them there.
I do believe we've even seen someone deactivate young Andy's flute as well, so he will not be able to just simply flute to GT. He's gonna have to hoof it the long way.
All right. 2 of the 3 runners are finished up with Misery Mire. Ivan just one small eyeball short. Final one.
That eyeball did not want to die.
All right, they've all made it through.
Oh.
Andy still has Desert Palace to finish, so
Alright, so right now it's Azure and Ivan racing for GT.
Could I just say that I think these racers are going to have a very interesting time without any silver arrows as well.
I mean, sure, you could give somebody silver arrows, or you could just spend your coins to take away all of their arrows, regardless of silver or not. So if you want to be part of the good chat team, then go ahead. Give somebody some silver arrows. I'll just go ahead and take away all of their arrows, so it'll be all right. Also, by the way, let's get some guesses in chat for where we think the Cannon Tower Big Key is going to be. I usually guess number 9, or the Fire Snake Room.
My guess today will be 83.
83.
I'm going to go with a 4.
Well, it's not 1, and it's not 2.
Alright, I'm still alive.
Yeah, you got a little ways to go. Even if all 3 runners have 22, they'll never get to your numbers. So, yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right,
so
chess 4, 5, 6, and 7.
I've been going right side as well first, and he's going to go full right side. Azure, meanwhile, going left side is on the Stalfos hookshot room, and he's going to continue on because no big yet.
Oh, and I thought Ivan was actually going to go for Tower Room, but he changed. Not chess number 8. Not chess number 9. So I was wrong.
Hey, we got a mushroom though.
Yeah, there we go. Ten, 11, 12, and 13 also not containing the big key.
Andy also electing to go full right side here.
Oh, well, boy.
All right, and the crowd pulling the trigger on the death to Ivan there. All right, Azur's pulling ahead. He's on his way to Armos now. Hey, there's the quake.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, chess number 16.
I was right if you just multiply my number by 4.
Yeah, that's right.
But also, I would like to take a last chance to remind everyone you have 5 minutes to get those t-shirt orders in through the Yeti. Some really amazing t-shirts. You're not going to want to miss out. Once these are gone, they're gone. This is your chance to have a wonderful piece of Power Up with Pride history.
All right, and Azure on his way up through the beginning of the Ganon Tower Gauntlet.
All right, Andy and Ivan are essentially neck and neck here. And Azure having, for the most part, a really, really smooth gauntlet 1 through 5 as well. having to trek along with Master Sword, so have to utilize a little bit of different strats as he's kind of sliding all over the place, but he gets it under control. It's also getting a little tight here. He's on 2 hearts here with the bullets and the rocks kind of flying around. So it is quite a little bit more challenging. Without any safeties. Oh no, and he has the inverted D-pad. And ice physics. Oh. That was so good. Alright, well, yeah, now Andy and Ivan are going to catch up.
Well, Ivan's taking a little bit of time since everybody stole his arrows. So he'll be a little bit behind Andy, but on his way shortly.
Yeah, people just love stealing Ivan's arrows. It's actually kind of funny. And by kind of funny, I mean actually hilarious. But
I have a question. Are you able to get attacked by Kukos in GT?
No, it doesn't work inside of buildings or dungeons.
Well.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Ivan was like, well. That was so good.
You know, it'd be a real shame if all of a sudden it was one-hit KO for Andy.
Yes, it could be.
Or we just outright kill him. Man, Ganon's tower seems a lot more menacing now, doesn't it?
Yeah, you just randomly die and fall over. That's pretty bad.
I still think that that timing on Ivan's was just fantastic. Right after the last Armo skill with the hammer, it was good. It was real good.
Can I say that there is full well a reason there was a 3-hour estimate on this.
Yeah, guys, we've still got an hour left. Let's push this GT to its extreme.
European Extreme Ganon's Tower?
All right, there we go. Ivan gets the big key. He's not even messing around. He's like, no, I'm going straight up. Meanwhile, we have Andy doing a catch and release for some parries over those golden bees, and Asder taking it down. That looked like a very suspicious death, though. I don't think that was the game at all.
Oh no, that was definitely the crowd. And Ivan, only with the 5 arrows that he's just picked up. Asder, with a single, nah, still makes it through.
So I guess Andy, being the veteran of the group here for crowd control, has elected to catch some fairies. So more or less making him slightly immune to the kill player command.
Or, one hit KO. Could get rid of all of his fairies at once.
That's very true. You know what else is true? Is we've just gotten word in chat that the deadline for the shirts is extended.
What?
So make sure to get those in.
Somebody buy me one. Just kidding. I'll tell you what. If you guys get the one-hit kill for Andy, I will invert both controls and D-pad. Top that off. I think it only needs a couple hundred, yeah, more coins there. This will be really great on Aga or Moldorm.
I haven't taken a death there at the Moldorms, but he does have a fairy there, so that's gonna help him out and revive him. Really is a much tougher fight when you don't have like tempered plus or reliable magic use to kind of get through it.
Ice physics, Oko, and inverted controls.
Oh, is he gonna fall on the spikes?
Fall on the spikes, he is.
Yeah.
One fairy down.
That was great. It's like the bingo card. Aw, he's gonna wait it out. He's like, nope. Nah, he's just waiting for Moldorm, guys. Andy ain't gonna stray away from no challenge.
Oh, but he's not inverted anymore, so he wanted to show us the map.
That's gotta be so awkward to handle and work around.
As you're not far behind, though, I think the fate of this race is fully in the hands of the chat.
Oh, nice pickup on that piece of heart, though. Gets him another heart container. You could take that away from him. Can you debuff lower than Master Sword? I don't know if you can.
Nice ice physics there for Asder on Aghanim 2.
Ooh,
He's actually
still
doing pretty good with
very
it.
well, yeah. Couple double there.
There we go. He's back to normal now. All right, Nandy's on his way to his first phase of Ganon here. And Asder and Ivan are like right there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Does he have another fairy? He
Last
does.
one.
Okay.
That's it.
Ivan taking it to death. Ivan also has a fairy. So Andy's sword did get debuffed or got buffed, so he does have tempered sword damage right now.
Yep.
And we know that because he is slashing at Ganon with the Master Sword, and he is getting hits off. Normally, if you do not have tempered or above, then you would not be able to do that. Oh! Hello! The debuff sword does work. Oh man, look at that. So now Andy's on Fighter Sword, and he can't damage Ganon at all. So he just has to sit there and wait out all these fire bats. That's actually going to be very challenging for him.
Inverted buttons, debuffed sword back down to Master Sword. And Jake RG sending a little bit of love, or a bunch of little bits of love.
I love the pinball effect there of the the sword spin into the bat, like put him right back at Ganon. So that could have been pretty disastrous if it wasn't for Ivory. Alright, so the important part of the fight is that Andy did get the torch glitch there. Looks like Azur is just starting his phase 3 right now as well, and Ivan is back at the phase 1. His sword has also been debuffed, so he can't even hit Ganon as well.
There we go. It's over now.
Oh no! I don't think Andy. Oh, he does. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think he has any more fairies, but the crowd has killed Andy once again. But he's like, nah, I'm good. I got this. Oh, and someone's upgraded his sword there. So now we have tempered sword again. So he has less spins he has to do with that tempered sword. And also, someone has also given him a fairy in a bottle, so now he can not die. So it's good. So we've got some good balance going on. We have people trying to kill him, people trying to save him. It's good. Same with the other runners. And Ganon's down for Andy. That sword
Kill
buff
him.
really helped him out.
Kill him quick before he goes over the bridge. That will count.
He's like, nah.
Yep. And Andy does officially done. First place with an hour or 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Poor Ivan over there, though.
Is it poor Ivan though? The debuff armor. That's actually funny. So Ivan's already on green mail, so the debuff armor doesn't really do anything. But he does have the buff sword now, so that's good.
Also gets the torch glitch.
Yep. This is gonna be really close between Azur and Ivan, because now Ivan has that buff sword.
Yeah, hopefully Azur still got that green potion as well. He just got Ganon, alright. Will he live to cross the bridge? And he does. Azur finishing second.
The crowd not letting up on Ivan. Oh, no.
You know, at this point, if people really wanted to, they could give Ivan what he really needs to finish this game.
infinite arrows?
Well, no. But a little birdie told me silver arrows might be sitting out there somewhere.
Yeah, Ganon told us where they were.
And shockingly enough, they are something you can pull for.
Oko. Oh gosh. But he did get an upgraded sword, and that one's permanent. That's not a sword buff, that's the sword upgrade. So Ivan now has tempered sword.
Yes, he does.
So, I mean, is that as good as silver arrows? It's cheaper, that's for sure.
It is definitely cheaper. I just really like his rupee count.
Now he has butter sword with the buff sword.
Yep, for 1 minute. Right on time with phase 3. Oh, that's still 2. I thought we were.
Oh, I know why he's staying away from there. It's 1 hit KO, that's why.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to be optimal here.
All right, 30 seconds remaining with butter sword.
I mean, even if he loses the buff, it's not that big of a difference. The main difference is the first couple of phases, so he's good here.
Oh, going for the torch glitch. And gets it. Nice. Buff sword with ice physics. Ooh.
Speaking of Ivan, I have a very important donation.
Yes, let's get it.
We have $100 from Emo Saru that says, I would like to personally thank everybody who has been destroying Ivan in my place. Thank you so much for that donation. And we also have $5 from Luna Menard. Thank you for that donation as well.
Couple more hits here. I'm pretty sure he's got a bee in a bottle, or not a bee, a fairy in a bottle, so he should make it through even if there's a death. But if there's ice physics again or something that helps him slide off the edge, then that fairy's not going to really help him out very much.
All right, there we go. All right, well, Ivan's going to round it out, and he's going to cross the finish line here.
GG's to all 3 of our runners, and GG's to chat. That was some pretty good throws, the runners tonight.
That was a lot of fun.
Well, let us see if these runners would like to join in and talk about this experience.
right, we've got Asder joining us so far. Should be joined shortly by Ivan and Andy. Welcome, Asder and Gigi. How do you feel about your first crowd control experience? All right, we've got Asder joining us so far.
I wish I'd
Should be
routed
joined
better
shortly
in
by
Sphere
Ivan
1.
and
I
Andy.
got
Welcome,
really
Asder and
distracted by the
Gigi.
train
How
wreck.
do you feel about your first
Probably would have routed
crowd
differently,
control
but
experience?
otherwise, like, I don't know. I felt like I was losing most of the time because I wasn't getting hit hard with stuff for a while.
Yeah, I think all three of you kind of got the brunt of it in GT. Yeah. But welcome to Andy and Ivan as well, GG.
Hey,
GG.
Jeez. You guys, great stuff out there. It was a good performance by all.
I'm still sweating from the cuckoo dodge outside of Palace of Darkness, if I'm being honest.
That was so good.
Astor had a similar kind of experience where he had the Kuko event going on and it ended, but it kept going on because he hadn't screen transitioned, and he sat there and dodged on the triangle right outside of the hobo under the bridge for probably a good 30 to 45
It was
seconds.
great.
Hell yeah.
It was the Kuko Rage DLC with
God.
added arrow. It was amazing.
Yeah, so they made the hobo disappear. So I was waiting it out, and I was like, at first I was super confused, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here until it goes away.
I will
And then
say
it didn't.
I will say I don't think I've ever seen something so sad as Ivan being completely useless against Ganon for like 5 minutes, only to just fall down.
it was
so
so sad. I like it wasn't like immediately when their first controls hit either, because I like kind of got it together, and then muscle memory took over, and I just tried to go down I tried to go up and then walk straight into the pit. Fortunate.
Good.
I
Also-
don't need people to kill me on Ganon, I can do it myself.
I got my sword debuffed to fighter sword with like 3 hits in phase 3, so I was just fire bats all over the place.
That's so good too.
Also, chat makes a good point. Hey, Ivan, why don't we talk about Zora?
Oh, I mean, at that point, I knew that Zora had the lamp, but I wasn't gonna sit there and wait for rupees if people wanted to give them to me or try and dig them up anymore. So I mean, I can do the dark rooms without a lamp anyway, but I went back for it later just because it'd be easier on or for Myra mostly. But yeah, there's nothing else that Zora could have had.
I think that was one of the more crowd favorite things is just seeing you are like being like, all right, we're gonna go to Zora now, and then you just watch your rupees drop.
Yeah.
Andy almost got under the 500 limit. I think he got down to 554 right as he got to Zora, and I think it went down just a little bit after that as well. But
Yeah, I was scared. I mean, I knew the lamp was there too. There was nothing else that could have been there. But
Well, I just want to thank y'all for putting up with crowd control and coming out and having such a great time for charity.
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, it was fun.
So,
Yeah.
all the viewers out there, make sure to check out these runners. Would you like to say who you are and where people can find you? We can just go down the line. We can start with Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Andy.
And Asder.
Hi, I am Asder. You can find me at twitch.tv/Asder, and you can also find me on twitch.tv/Zelda Speedruns 2, sucking at Ocarina of Time Beta Quest.
Attaboy.
I'm Ivan, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Ivan.
And as for our commentators,
I'm Miss Metroid, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Miss twitch.tv/MS Metroid.
Oh, you're Metroid MST. I know that person.
Yeah.
I watch all your YouTube
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, that's me. Or he's me and I'm him. I don't know. It happens a lot.
And I'm Solsky, and you can find me forgetting locations at twitch.tv/Solsky.
You can
All right.
find me forgetting locations too, but I won't be punished for it. Except for now.
Well, unless anything else, anyone has anything else they would like to promo, I would just like to thank everyone for being.
No, I just want to shout out Power Up with Pride as a whole, and Allie especially for organizing everything together. It's a really great group of people, a really great cause, a really great charity that you guys are working for, and I'm always happy to be a part of anything that you guys are doing every year. So keep bringing me back because I'd love to keep supporting you guys. So thank you so much.
Oh, I got one more question. Who got to Ganon first?
Andy.
Okay,
Yeah,
I figured.
And then I think it was you, followed immediately by Ivan.
Okay, who got to GT first? That's my next question.
You, I think.
Yes,
Yep.
you did.
But you and Ivan got killed a lot in GT.
Who in the world killed me at Ice Armos when there
The
was
crowd.
one left?
The
God,
crowd.
That was so good.
no, it wasn't.
I was like so sure someone was going to take away my arrows and like put on one hit KO or something.
No, I think they reserved most of the Okos for Andy, especially at Moldorm when he landed on the spikes after he fell down.
Right when I
Fortunately,
jumped
you
into
had like 80
Moldorm 2,
fairies, so
when I jumped into Moldorm 2, I got ice, one hit
inverted.
KO, and inverted D-pad and buttons all at the same time. And I'm like, well, this is where my life ends.
They took away all my arrows during Armos 1 and then right before Armos 2. I was actually like just standing there hoping, like just spamming the bow, hoping that someone would give me arrows and be nice. And then I remembered
Boomerang.
the clip of Jordan killing Armos with boomerang because he told him to, and I was like, oh yeah, I have a blue boomerang.
Yeah, I figured I was probably not in the lead going into GT because I literally did everything I could before getting Canis Mari.
I had a feeling people would get tripped up on Kane. I found that pretty early, but I never went to Castle, so I didn't get Ether because my Sphere 1 was so jank.
Oh, is that what that was?
Shovel.
Yeah.
It was Shovel and
Oh
Uncle.
yeah.
And then like so like I had tech issues at the start, and then I knew that people were just going to keep taking away my bombs and stuff, so I didn't want to like go back to CAC and finish off the bomb locations. And then so I just went places that I was going to be less likely to get screwed at, and then I ended up getting Dark World access, so I just ignored the rest of Sphere 1.
I liked when there were bombs to be taken away queued up, so when I bought 10 I just had 9 immediately. That was fun.
I knew that was going to happen to me, so I just didn't buy any.
Okay, so at the start of this, I did the very nice thing. At the very beginning, I looked for who had those bombs and who was heading to Kakariko, and I went, you have bombs? Not anymore. And I think it was Andy. I think he had like 3 bombs, and I was just like,
Yeah, I walked into Blindside and my bomb count went from like 3 to 6 to 2 to 4 very quickly, and I was like, well, I just want to get one down.
yeah, I think that's going to be it for our racers and commentators. If we could get some hearts in the chat for all of them,